Gary, this is so exciting. What was your first reaction when you got the word that Andre is in the Hall of Fame?
Well, I just was so proud, Matt. I think the biggest thing that came to me right away was respect. I mean, getting in the Hall of Fame is about how you play, how you handle yourself. And usually it's about winning championships too. And here's a young man who was with the startup franchise. And so his career was a much more challenging from the standpoint, of that particular perspective. But by getting in, that tells you right away how much the people respect his play, what he stood for as a player, what he stood for as a person, and how dominant he was in some difficult situations in his career. So I think it's all about respect, and boy, he got his by getting in. So it's pretty cool.
Gary, I remember when you came in as head coach, one of the first things you talked about was, man, this Andre Johnson is a wide
Yeah.
receiver. This guy is a true pro every day. You were really blown away by that.
Yeah, I was, and I talked to Charlie Casserly the other night when we found out Andre went in, and I was happy for Charlie. Obviously, he drafted him. But when I got to Houston, you know, uh, you try to find out about your team or whatever. And Charlie told me from the get go, he said, "There's one guy that you don't have to worry about. He'll show everybody how to do it, and he'll set the example." And Charlie was so right. I knew with him being on the practice field in a very short time who set the tone for the organization. And I mean, Andre's as hardest workers I've ever been around, Matt. And I've been around some Hall of Famers, Jerry Rice. I mean, some of these guys, and that's exactly how he worked and how he practiced. And when he started, for me in his career of moving around, playing all over the place, is when to me his career took off because it made it difficult on defenses to keep up with him down in and down out. And that's a credit to his football IQ.
Yeah, I remember you saying that after
Yeah.
one training camp session. You're like, man, I've been around Hall of Famers. This guy,
Yeah.
this guy outworks them all. That's amazing. Hey, how about another former Texan? The season he had, D'Amico Ryans. How about this
Uh,
guy doing what he
and
did there?
I'm so happy for him, and happy for the city to have had D'Amico in place. Looks like here for a long, long time. I mean, uh, the job they did in the draft, and obviously putting the team together. But it goes back to D'Amico's leadership. When you watched them play, they played hard. I mean, the team played extremely hard. That's how he played. That's how he prepared. They played with a lot of energy. So. Really impressive to see, and just fun for me. We text every now and then, and you got a bright, bright future right there. But I know everybody in Houston is very happy to see a smiling face every Sunday.
All right, the Super Bowl is taking place. I know which side you'll be pulling for. This is special again. Clint and Clay are taking part.
Yeah, it's funny, Matt. Clay's been there about 3 years, 3 or 4 years with Kyle. Clint just went there this year, and his two brothers working side by side with Kyle, and they end up here at the Super Bowl. So my family's been pretty lucky from a football standpoint. So it's really cool for me to be here. Totally different perspective for me and Rhonda, being here, just enjoying the game and being grandma and grandpa for the week. So looking forward to watching it. They got a really good football team. Kansas City's playing really good. Should be a good game.
Well, you bring Kyle in, of course. I just love that whole connection. It's a family connection you've had with the Shanahan family and the Kubiak family going together. I know you're pulling for the 49ers. My heart says 49ers, but my head says Patrick Mahomes, Gary. Convince me that the 49ers are gonna beat Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, he's been special, and the run these guys have been on, the two road games they've won here in the playoffs. That's really hard to do, but man, it's like I told the boys. I mean, if you're going to be a world champion in this business, you're going to have to beat somebody good. I mean, they don't hand those things out. So go prepare, go enjoy yourself, and turn your players loose. So had a visit with Kyle last night at the party. He's very excited. He does a great job. So just hope to go out there and put their best foot forward.
Yeah. And speaking of Kyle, I mean, you were talking about how proud you are of
Yeah,
Andre and D'Amico, but you must be filled with pride with what Kyle has done. He's the same guy. I mean, he's always
yeah,
been the same guy. He
yeah,
never changes. That was always the great thing I liked about you, Gary. but Kyle's the same way. He's still
Yeah.
just that guy who's hungry and ready to go.
Yeah, it's funny when I was working for Coach Shanahan in Denver and Mr. McNair called me and offered me the job. I went down to his office and I said, Mike, they've offered me the job. And, he's like, congratulations and stuff. And as I started to walk out of his office, he said, hey, I want you to put Kyle to work. He's ready to go. He was down in Tampa coaching for Gruden at the time. And I said, Coach, that will not be a problem. So within a couple of days, Kyle was coaching the receivers for me in Houston. Then he coached the quarterbacks, and he was a coordinator. I mean, he's been on a fast track to the big time pretty quickly. But he's just very bright, Matt. Loves football. He's great with players. Gets along with players, but he can be very hard on players. And that's two traits that are hard to find in a coach.
Do you find yourself? I know you've been in an advisory role with these different teams and they go to you asking advice, but do you ever find yourself, hey guys, now I won a Super Bowl, so let's not get carried away. Or are you like, okay, guys, figure it out. How do you approach that?
Well, I mean, I was a part of some four world championship teams because we had some really good players and some great coaches. It's all about the team and all about the organizations you work for. I'm very humbled by that, but it is fun for me to stay connected with the game, man. I still watch a lot of film. These iPads nowadays, I can watch everything, and but it keeps me connected with what's going on. And then all these coaches that have worked for me or with me at some point in their career who are flourishing in a business now, to talk to them on a regular basis just kind of keeps me going on Sunday. It kind of keeps me out of the office, but keeps me going.
Are you going to give us a prediction for the final score for Sunday?
I think you know me better than that. You know me since I was about 12 years old. So
yes,
that's not going to happen. You know what? I'm actually just so looking forward to watching it. It's a long season. NFL's a long season. It takes a lot of hard work, and when you get to this point, it's just amazing. So the town is buzzing. I can tell you all that. I've been here a couple of days, and I think they'll put on a good show, and I'm just looking forward to watching it.
Gary, thanks so much for your time.
All right, Matt. Have a great day, bud. Take care.